Well, welcome back. 2011 Toyota Sienna 3.5 liter. Needs cooling fans. Fan assembly, one that doesn't work, one that's wobbling all over the place, getting ready to put a hole in the radiator. Keep leaving it in there too long, but we're going to go and replace these. I'm guessing we're going to have to undo the upper radiator hose. I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out as we go. This engine is cold. It's sitting here. Don't, be careful if it's not cold, it's hot. Set that aside. Get the overflow reservoir out of our way. It's just one bolt. Yeah, it is. Let's unplug that. Unplug it anyway. That was done. Making a mess. Set that aside. Gotta love corrosion. Can't quite get to that on a good shot. I don't need to strip that out. I think it's only 2 bolts at the top in the shroud. I think 418,000 miles on this thing, on this engine, this truck, this car, man, whatever you want to call it. Original fans too, but they're about due. We're gonna do that. Really stiff, very stiff. Big WD-40 on them. Oh, that helps. Alright, that'll be right in your way. I'll be able to see, but you won't. Get something for that. There we go. Got a couple Christmas trees that have to be undone. Let me get, 1, 2, 3 of them on this side for this. I believe that's all it's. Something else has got this though. Something else on this one. Or is it just stuck? That's loose. Oh, these two little, you got a clip here. You got to squeeze it together. There you go. Now, can I fish this out? Probably not. Let me get the rest of that wire loom undone. Now, can I fish it out of here? I don't know, let's find out. I doubt it. What the heck is all this shot? Now, it's going to hit this. I'm going to have to take the, it's going to be tight even without it in there. I'm going to have to take the upper radiator. So let me go underneath, drain this. I think the petcock's over here, I think. Let me see where it is. See if I can find it. It's right in the middle. Petcock's right in the middle, down the bottom. So let me undo that, get a pan under there. I'm going to drain this just a little, just to get it down to about here. And then I can just fold this back up out of the way. Drain it as low as possible. These are a little bit of work to get to re-bleed them, to get the air out of them, so take as low as you can out. I reached down right in the middle, undid the petcock, drained, I don't know, a little bit out of there. Try to get it a little bit lower on this hose. We're going to undo this hose. Just push it back and up out of our way. Don't tip it down because it'll drain out. I mean, I didn't drain that much. Let me get a pick so I can get that loose. Light's not helping you much, is it? Absolutely. It's always right in the way. Break the seal on this. Tip that up, tuck it in somewhere so it doesn't come back at you. Yeah, it's like this far down in that hose right now. It's just enough to get it out of there without leaking all over. So now there is a clip in the middle of the bottom. It clips around one of the transmission cooler line hoses. Make sure you undo that clip, or it's going to hold the shroud in for you, or for you, not for you, but it's going to hold the shroud in. Push my connector in here. Get my light wire out of the way. Let's see what we can do here. It's a little tight, especially on this side, but I think we can get it. I think. Take your time, and there it is, comes right out. Not bad. So this fan, can't see it, can you? You can't see it, can you? Tip you up. If this fan doesn't work at all, it's done. This one, wob one, it's about to come in, the bearing is bad in it, so we're going to replace it. And we're going to need to switch the module that's on here, right in the middle, up here. Switch it to the new one. The new one's sitting here, transfer the module. And of course one of the bolts broke, as they always do, because they're little tiny ones, not much to them. I'll have to find one. I'll find one. Just get that one started. And remember, these should only go one way. They don't. They do. They only go one way. Kind of can't get them backwards. They won't fit. It's one. There's two. Let me go find a bolt for this. A little small bolt for it. And we'll continue. All right, I don't have a bolt this size to replace it, but I will get one. I'm just going to set it back in there for now, but I will get one. Put it in there. I don't have one small enough. Just slide this back in. Carefully. Try not to break anything. Careful of your radiator. Just saying. Come on. What are you stuck on? What are you hung up on? I don't know, I can't see. Hung up on somebody. Not letting me pick it back up here. Feels like there it goes. Hung up on the driver's side, or the passenger side, I should say. I think I put that right in your way. Alright. Make sure your little pegs in the bottom are in the right place. I know that one's in, but I don't feel this one. Nope, missed it. Okay. They're both in. Clip your holder up here in. Ouch. Put your fingers out of the way. Don't do what I just did. Check it. Make sure I'm in at the bottom. I am. Clip your line back into the... let me get it from the other. I got to get the clip for it. That transmission cooler line is on the old shroud. Let me get it. That's all it is. A little clip. Plug it in and holds the transmission cooler line in place. Just like put that back in place. Put my line back in, clip that in. broken? I don't think it's broken. It's not liking me, I'll say that. Come on. This is fun. I think it might be broken. I need both hands. No, that's not broken. Just have to squeeze it. Needed both hands. Plug that in. Make sure you drain. Make sure you close your drain. It is. Let's put our electrical connectors back in place here, or our wiring. 1, 2, and 3. Plug it back in. Make sure it plugs. Ah, bleeding. There you go. Did something. Didn't got anything done if you hadn't bleeding. There it goes. Click in place. Get my wire out of the way here. Put my radiator hose back on. Get the clamp on that. Back in place. Right back where it came from. Wrong one. You give me a hard time. Oh, is that clip missing? Huh. I think that clip's missing. To find that. Yeah, it is missing. We can put a nut in there if we have to. We might have to, but don't break them. Try not to break them. Just plastic holders. This one's missing, I believe. It's just gone. No, it's there. Take that back. It's there. It's a metal. Why didn't it grab it? Hit the wrong bolt, maybe? Let's see if I can get this in behind just to see if it's the right one. Maybe I had the wrong bolt. I think I had the wrong bolt. It's too short. Yeah, I did. So let's get that one in. Why are you not grabbing it for me? Must not be lined up. Must not have been lined up here. You should get it. Feels like it's got it. There it goes. Just had to get it lined up right. Put one there, one there. Put my air intake, or whatever you call it, back in. I think I better put this in first though, no overflow. Set that, got a peg on this side, sits right down in there. Should sit right down in there, there it goes. And those bolts. Don't crank it up, you'll just snap plastic if you do that. You'll go nuts. Shorter ones go up here. talk to him. Okay, let me get my filling tool here, kit. I'm going to take off a cover here. I don't need to do that. So there's a bleeder valve. Probably can't see it, but let's move you here just a little bit. See if I can zoom you in. Well, I'm going to give you some light. Oh, where are you? Right here, right there. I'm trying to get you some light in here. There's a bleeder valve. It's kind of right behind the bracket that goes to the motor mount. There's a little bleeder valve, 10 millimeter. You want to put a 1/4 inch clear hose on that, and I'll show you. We're going to run it up to fill it up, and then we're going to run it and let it bleed out any air that might be in it. You can see I've got my clear hose, not pinched up here, but it's just sitting in there. I've only got it full. I got maybe an inch of coolant in here because it's going to push up at some point as it heats up, as it warms up. So you don't want to fill it up and have it overflow on you. And then I'm going to crack, I have the hose on. I'm going to crack this bleeder loose. I thought it was 10 millimeter. I don't know though. It is. I was too far on it. Down on it. Okay, I've got it loose. Push that back on. Turn it by hand. See, that's going to leak out of this hose. This hose I have is a little too big. What I gotta do is figure out what I do with my flashlight. Right in front of me. I think they make tools black just so you can't see anything, purposely. Okay, we'll check that and see if it starts leaking, but let me go start it up. Hey, both fans are running. That's a good thing. Not wobbling all over the place. The AC's on, that's why. Let this come up to temperature. Let's keep an eye on it. I just got to make sure it doesn't leak out of this hose back here. Starting to push fluid out here. I just got to make sure it's not leaking on me. It's been running for 20 minutes, at least 20 minutes. It's starting to push air out of the funnel, which is what I want to see, a little bit of air, but it's stopped here, so I'm going to just tighten this by hand, reach in here, and a glove because it's hot. See if I can tighten this up. And it is hot. And I'm going to tighten that up now. It's pushing air out of the funnel over here. This is just getting to the point where it's pushed most of the air out of the system. Which is what I want. Exactly what I want. I don't know if you can tell, but it has pulled the fluid level down. As it pushes the remainder of the air out of the system, it's going to pull that level down as it replaces the air with antifreeze. Well, that's it for changing the radiator fans on this 2011 Toyota Sienna 3.5 liter. It's actually not very hard at all. To really change the fan out, 10-15 minutes. That's it. It's not hard. I did test them. They're working, whereas before the one on the driver's side wasn't working at all. And the one on the passenger side was getting ready to self-destruct, even though it was running. AC on this was working, but at idle, it wasn't very cold. It was cold, but not very cold. I'm going to check it again tomorrow, but I looked at it when it first came in. Static pressure looked good. I have to test it with it running. It could be a little low. Also could be the fact that the fans weren't working like they should. So at idle, when it has no airflow basically from the car going down the road, and it's not really pulling through and cooling like it should, that AC is probably not going to work as well. So I was just in there. I didn't measure the temperature, but at idle, it's pretty cold. So I believe that's what the problem was for the AC. I'll check, like I said, I'll check it again tomorrow. But I'm going to let this sit overnight. I'll come out tomorrow when it's cold. I'll make sure the overflow reservoir is at the level it's full, where it's supposed to be. And that's it. It takes longer to bleed it than it does to put the fans in. It took me 20-25 minutes to bleed it and get all the air out of the system. But you do want to do that. You want to get the air out of the system so it works right. It just on this engine, it can take a little bit. But if you need to do this for your Toyota Sienna, a lot of other Toyotas, 3.5 liter, I hope it helps you out. If you like the videos, click the like and subscribe below. Thanks for watching.